Hi, this class is for tweaky backs, stiff hips, rainy days. I hope you're gonna feel better. I hope this is gonna help you. It's a little bit more intermediate level, so just check out wherever you are and just go with the modifications, all right? Let's go. Okay, let's just come to the top of the mat and we're going to dive right into it and stretch up. So if you feel stiff, there's literally nothing you can do about it and then just acting on it. So that's what we're going to do. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, right leg back. And we can, as we warm up, think of other things, right? Stay here for a moment. Push belly to your spine, left foot back. Breathe. Keep your neck straight but relaxed. No stress in your shoulders. Slowly lower down. Lift the chest. Let's just move a little bit less detailed through it, just so you warm up. Right leg. Come forward. Maybe you can straighten a little bit through the left. Already, left foot, exhale. Lift up and come forward. Right away, again. Lift, belly in, left foot back. So again, try and straighten through the back leg. If it doesn't work, it's fine. Knees, chest and chin. We're just going to try and move through the stiffness, right? Push through. So your sitting bones try and lift up to the ceiling. Left foot forward. Straight leg. Push your heel back. Relax the neck. The trapezius has nothing to do. Lift your chest as you come forward. Exhale. Lower down. Lift up. Stretch up. All right, let's just go another round. We'll do this until we feel better. Chest up, jump or step, lower down. Lift your chest. Exhale, push back. So anytime you need to do something else, you're welcome to change it, That's all right. Breathe, lengthen the spine. All right. Inhale, jump or step. Lift the chest, exhale. Lift up, stretch up. Especially if the lower back is stiff. Lower down. We do two more. Lift the chest, exhale, jump or step. Lower, lift, push back. Let's just go right away again. Forward, knees, chest and chin. So usually only helps to stretch into the psoas and open the hips a little bit to get into the lower back. If you feel stiff in the lower back, that is a good angle to work on from the front. That's what I'm going to try to do. Not too much off back bends. Lift your chest. Just passive back bends, maybe. Lift up. And lower the last one. Lift. Exhale, jump or step. Good job. Lift and push. Very nice. Keep breathing. Lengthen. All right. Come forward. Let's do one more. Knees, chest and chin. So we can exactly do what I just said. We're going to start with a lunge warm-up. This is going to be nasty if your back is hurting, but it'll be effective, okay? Push the heel back, try and straighten that leg. Good, we can bring the hands on the thigh or on the hip, whichever you like. And then we're going to bend the knee with the inhale and the exhale, straighten it. This might be really mean exit straighten it. Try and bring the tailbone forward, so you're actually really bringing the whole pelvis to tilt in that way. Inhale, exhale, straighten it. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten it. Stay. Lock the knee. Breathe. Shoulders back. Spine as straight as possible. Okay? And then hands down. Probably intense if you do this in the morning. Less intense if you do it in the evening. Lower down your foot. Knees, chest, and chin. And push back the other side. So, is that the other side? I think it's not. Right foot forward. And then one more time. I'm going to try and lengthen the tailbone down. Bend your knee, exhale, straighten it. Bend the knee, exhale, straighten it. I'm human too. Inhale, straighten it. Keep the chest up, shoulders back. Breathe, stay. And just try and figure out that stretch in the psoas region. Right, the hip front flex. Hands down. Good. Okay. Lift. Exhale. Push. Very nice. Keep breathing. Lengthen the spine back and up. Wonderful. Okay. Jump a step forward. This is the last one. Exhale. Let's do a little bit forward bend one more time before we go into postures. So you're going to bend your elbows, grab your arms wherever you can grab them, and bend your knees as much as you can to squat down. And then you bring your belly on the thighs, chest on the knees, face on the shins if you can, and just pull the elbows down. It's a little bit easier than other forward bends. Keep stretching down more. We're not looking to lock the knees just yet. Just try and keep the belly and the thighs in contact while you pull the belly to your spine. More weight into your toes. Maybe you can straighten your legs. Maybe you can pull your elbows down more. But really, this is just try and make it a little bit more accessible. Lift the chest. Very nice. Shoulders away from your ears. Good. Okay, ready? Hands down and jump a step. Lower down one more time. Lift and let's go into Warrior One. Stretch up. Warrior Two. And stay for just a moment. And come into Trikonasana. So you're going to touch your big toe with the fingertips. Stretch up. No weight on the fingertips. Lower down. Lift up your left arm. Shoulders in one line. And then bring the right hand to the outside. And straighten that leg. Come into Trikonasana. This is the traditional Krishnamacharya Trikonasana. Lock both knees. Lift the chest. Change. Belly in. Move the left foot a tiny bit in. Just a tiny bit, please. And bring your left hand to the outside of your right foot. If this is not accessible for you, you can bring the back of the hand against the shin, right? Push. Right hip back. Belly to the spine. Right hand up. Breathe. Try and get both shoulders in somewhat one line. And lengthen the spine away from your pelvis. Locking the knees. Tight thighs. Change. Right hand down. Lift your chest. And with the exhale, Parvottanasana. So there's many ways you can do this. As a beginner, just curve down and try and touch your forehead onto your knee. If you are not a beginner anymore, maybe bring your hands onto the back. You can grab your elbows or go into reverse namaskar. Lift the chest and come forward. First, you would want to touch your forehead to the shin, then your nose, and eventually your chin to the shin. Okay? Keep pushing down the big toe on the right side and the outer side of the left foot. Breathe, lock the knee. If you can, lift the right leg. Foot, so you're flexing it. Lifting the whole foot would be really cool. If you can do that, show it to me. Lift the chest. All right. Hands down. Wonderful. Shoulders away from your ears. And bend the right knee. Step forward. Right hand down underneath you, Ardha Chandrasana. You can start by bringing the left hand onto your hip. And then you turn over with the left shoulder to the ceiling. You look up or you look straight ahead at a wall. One spot that you focus on. If you feel like you can do this, bring the left arm up. It depends. So the looking up is the one that makes it harder to balance. But generally it's maybe even harder to balance with the left hand on the hip. So it depends on your body and your level of training, okay? Bring your left hand back down. Very nice. Let's just keep it on the floor and exhale the knee. I wanted to do some twists so we can do this one. I like to do it. Just don't touch the floor. Go all the way down as much as you can and lift back up. Inhale and exhale. Try and go all the way down. Don't touch it. Lift back up. Push into the floor. And one last time. Let's just sit between the heel in the front and the heel in the back. Like a spine twisting position. And we're just going to crack the spine a little bit. You can just grab here. Just an easy twist. We can go into more twisting later. Counter. Good. And bringing your hands down. You can just come back up and step back. Beautiful. Right leg up. Let's move it one more time. Going to make a big circle with the right leg. 1, 2. Let's do 5, 3, 4, 5. Right? Lower down. Good. All right. Let's go. Left foot. Warrior 1. Stretch up. Warrior 2. Stay low. Lift the chest, spine straight. Relax your shoulders. Straighten the leg. Oh no, we were going into this version of Trikonasana first, so keep it bent. Stretch the right arm up and the left arm down. Keep touching and not leaning any weight on it. Lower the hips, usually they're too high. Lock the knee. Now bring the left hand on the side and just move into a straight leg Trikonasana. So you're pulling the right hip back to that side so your waist is stretching, okay? And you want to try and stretch the waist that is parallel to the floor as well. Spine out of the pelvis. Lock the knees, shoulders in one line. Breathe. Change. Just move in a tiny bit with the right foot. Parvottanasana, Trikonasana. Stretch your left arm up. And keep breathing. Lock both knees. Pull the left shoulder back. You can do this. No problem. It doesn't have to look the same way. Just as you are beginning with your journey. Depends where you are, right? Okay. Keep your chest up. Poorvottanasana. So just lower wherever you were. Was it the forehead? Was it the nose? Was it the chin? And if you were using your arms up, I suggest you do the same. If you were grabbing your elbows, grab the other way. If your hands are on the floor, fine, no worries. If you can, flex the left foot. Keep pulling left hip back. Breathe. Elbows up. So this is quite challenging for the balance. Left hand forward, good. And let's do Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Iyengar style. Bring your right hand onto your thigh, or bring it all the way up, and just you can look straight ahead to not confuse your nervous system, or to look up if you want to try and, challenge yourself a little bit. It's great. Your body is just needs to learn to move in space without using the eyes all the time as the only focus point. More proprioception. Okay. Very nice. Bring the right hand down. Lift the right leg up. Exhale. Bend the knee to the other and try not to touch the floor. Push against the floor. Lift up. Shouldn't be too hard. Lower. Almost touching. Lift up. One more time. Lower. Almost touching. Lift. And then bring your knee just next to the heel. And don't sit on your other heel. We're sitting in this spine twisting position. And you're just going to twist to the side. You can just hold your thigh, but just twisting a little bit. Get into movement. Twisting back. Wonderful. And then come forward and step back with the right foot. And this way we're going to turn whichever way you need to turn, and come into a horse stance. Good, okay, so you're going to go sit low. Let's just go like this. 1. Let's do 10 times. Lower down with control. So your toes should be in the same direction as your knees. Try not to collapse with your knees. A lot of my students go like this in the beginning. Try and bring them out if you can't hold it. Otherwise, just use your hands and arms is fine. No, I forgot to count. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2. We're going to stay in it anyway. You can't avoid Horsestance. Right, great practice for a stiff back. Bring your heels up, arms out. If you can, just hold it like this. Lift the heels. Keep breathing. You can do this. I'm gonna stay maybe 30 seconds. Chest up, lean back more. If you need it, you can use your arms like this, okay? If you cannot hold the heels up, it's fine too. Stay in the posture. Breathe. If you fall out of it, it's fine too. So, 10 more seconds. Keep the chest upright. I like to sometimes do the eager arms. Pull down. Good. Other side. We did more than 30 already. Change. Stretch. Lower. Straighten. Good. Okay, very nice. Beautiful. And just bring the hands on the hips, the feet forward again. And just lift up for a moment. Very nice. Let's do Parvottanasana, or separate leg stretching. Lift the chest, bring your hands on your hips. Lean forward, chest forward. Go forward. Beautiful. Exhale yourself down. Now you can just bring the hands on the floor, or you bring your hands onto your ankles and pull a little bit. Important is you pull always from the core, okay? So you want to lengthen the spine. That is the most important thing. Look in between where you are with your head between the feet if you are this far. If you cannot go anywhere like that, it's totally fine. Just always walk your hands back and try and get the head to the floor. 90-degree angle and your elbows not further apart than your shoulders, okay? That would be the first thing to do. So let's just stay all of us in this one for a moment. Lengthen the spine, breathe, straighten the legs. That is one thing you can always do for your back. Tighten your thighs. These are active, right? So active. Yes. More weight into your toes, please. Everybody hangs back, scared to fall forward. You're not going to fall, and if you are, it'll be just a somersault. It's not a problem. Okay? You did this for fun as a child. Bring your hands down underneath your shoulders. Let's stretch out of it one more time. And exhale. Let's do next variation. So arm straight position. Leaning forward. Eventually you can go into, I'll show you, into tripod in the one, into shoulder stand in the other if you are more advanced. So beginners stay here, or intermediate students, and I will go show you the advanced option. So we can go into tripod from here. I do it in almost all my classes because it's a very accessible posture to have fun with. All right, and then we're going to try and do shoulder stand. I think I didn't show you yet. We can try to do it together. Lower your feet, lift the chest. One more time. Relax your head for a moment. So intermediate students can also grab your hips now, and then just try and touch the floor without. And if you are more advanced and you want to try from, it's not particularly for a stiff back, but just in case you are this flexible in your hips and legs, we can try it anyway to go into a shoulder stand. You want to just straighten your arms like we just did and tuck your head in and bring the chin close to your sternum, your chest, and just slide open a little bit with your feet, more and more and more. Eventually your hands will come down and then your shoulders will come down. You lean forward and you will be on your shoulders. And then you stretch your legs up and good to go. Stay there, breathe. There's a shoulder stand 2, or if you keep your hands up, you can do the same with the hands in the back, right? That's how I learned it initially. Right. And then let's go back down. Bring the feet down. Now, if you want to come out of this, you need to just bring one hand next to your ear, underneath your shoulder, and roll over the other shoulder. All right? Wonderful. Good. Maybe you can give it a go. Keep stretching. Good. And if you were all the time in separate leg stretching, now is the time to come out, I think. Bend your knees for a moment and just hop into Malasana. So this might be hard for some of you. The heels are not touching the floor. Then just lift your butt until your heel is touching the floor. And then from there, slightly, with time, it'll go down. If you change your whole posture and always go like this, you will not get better in the lower back. So let's just keep the chest up, hands in front of your chest. So your knees are pushing into the elbows and the elbows are pushing into the knees. Counteraction, get the chest up. Nice. All right. Okay, bring your left arm as a beginner just in front of your shin and your right arm up, and you can just stay here, and look up. If you are intermediate or advanced, you can bring your arm in between your calf and thigh. Lift up the right arm, breathe, stay. And then if you can, grab behind your back to bind. Maybe your fingers, your pants, something. Look up to the ceiling. Straighten your legs. Bring your feet hip width apart. Belly in, look up. If you have a stiff back, but usually a quite strong practice, this is going to be just torture, but it's going to be possible. If you're a beginner, don't do this with a stiff back. Lift your chest, lift your leg. The weight is in the right foot. Lock the knee and bring your left leg up into straight position. And slowly lower it back down. Just counter twist back to the ceiling. Too many words at the same time. Hand down, right arm up. Breathe. Stretch it one more time. Do a little queen wave with your hand and come down in front of your legs again, chest again. And do the other side. So it's for beginners, right hand, right arm, just in front of the shin and left arm up. Lower your hips. And otherwise, if you can, between calf and thigh, lifting the left arm. Breathe, stay somewhat in the center with the weight. And then grab behind if you can grab something wonderful. If not, just keep working on it, it's fine. Eventually you will grab your shorts. Straighten your legs if you are in a bind and keep looking up, locking the knees first. That's the first state. Belly in. Weight into your left foot. Come onto your tippy toes. Lift the chest. Spine straight. Leg straight. Right hip is really tight today. You do it better. And then keep the chest up. Keep the legs tight, straight. And slowly lower back down. Again, looking up to the ceiling. Bringing your right hand down and your left arm up. The little queen wave. We do it for the shoulder. So shoulder joint a little bit moving in the socket, right? Okay, hands in front of your chest. Yay, you did that. Wonderful. Okay. Keep the chest up. Relax your neck. All right. Let's just do a quick arm balance sequence. Maybe we can do a little bit more hip opening. In fact, yeah, let's do a quick one. A quick variation of tree. So this would be the Vishnu Ghosh version of tree pose. And you can do either that or just bring the foot in to your inner thigh. Just lift up from here and lengthen the tailbone, the lower spine down. That's the most important thing about this posture. You want to create space in the hip joint. All right? And then let's just do an easy one. We're just going to come forward and bring the knees both down. So I was hopping back with my foot, right? Both knees are down. Now, if this is hurting your knee, you're always welcome to just bring your foot down. And then just lean forward. So this is not pigeon. My knee's in the back, right? And you just lay on it and relax for a moment. Just like this. Just chill. This is going to be good for your back and your hip and your knees. Sometimes it's really hard to accept the pain, you know. It's like I'm looking out the window now and it's raining. And it's just very similar to that. It's just, if it's always raining, you just get so annoyed with it. If it's just sometimes,
You can be like, oh, it's going to be dry again later. Like, it's going to be sunny again tomorrow, right? But if you have a chronic pain, it's like chronic rain. It even rhymes. I did not script this. Okay, slowly come forward into Vatayanasana. This is the same posture, like even if your foot is down, right? You can bring your hip forward and just bring the left arm underneath. Like an eagle position, and then lift the chest. And hips forward and down with the knee. Breathe. The right foot is like a half camel. And change. All right, let's just go back onto the other side. Right. Okay, so other side, right foot. Let's start with this. We started on the inner thigh. Push. So there's some action between the both. Push against the thigh. Lift the chest. Breathe. Very nice. And then bring your right foot onto your thigh. Or lower, if your knee hurts, it's fine. And let's just come forward. So I was just hopping back like this, bringing my knees onto the ground. My right hip is very stiff today, so you're totally allowed to do this any better way you can, Relax onto the floor. And just try and not do anything. So I'm pushing a little bit my right hip down, not doing nothing. Trying to lengthen the lower back. You can bring the chin forward and just breathe. All right. And then move back into Vatayanasana. So both knees should be in one line. If this is not accessible to you today, whatever, doesn't matter. You try. Right arm underneath your left. Pull your elbows down and lift the chest. Lift your arms. Breathe. No stress. Try and lengthen the tailbone. Push the pelvis forward. Change. All right. Wonderful. Hands down. Lift up. Come back up. Very nice. Okay, that was good. Now we're going into a pose I like a lot. It's not very accessible to everyone. So good though for your low back. So if you're going to try just half of it, that's going to be really good for you already, okay? So you're going to be tuck toes, bring your knees apart. It's Mayurasana, Peacock pose. It's a little bit more advanced posture, but you can try. Bring your hands with the fingers towards your feet, okay? You don't have to go on your fingertips. You can go flat. But then it's going to be stretching on your wrists. So just choose whatever is good for you. You can even do it on a fist if you have a wrist injury, but that's going to be very hard to balance. I'm just going to warn you there. Okay, so you're going to bring your elbows into your abdomen. Push into the abdomen. And then straighten the leg back. And then the other leg. Now, from here, this is accessible to most people. Flat would look like this, right? So, going back on my fingertip. So you want to lift the chest and lean forward, and eventually lift the legs. It's a combination of shoulder strength and leg strength, core, back, right? I'll show you one more time. And then I'll show you what to do if you can't do it at all. So push your elbows into the abdomen. Lift. Lift the chest. If you can't do it at all, there is a way to start with the head down. I don't like it very much because I think it's like a substitute that you can't get rid of, but
You could put the forehead down when your feet are down, your toes are down, and then lift first the head and then the legs. As I said, I don't know. I don't like it too much. Figure it out. Some of my students do one leg first. I think that's, cheating yourself. You can do that, but it's not going to give you that strength that you need. But you can do it to figure out things totally, right? Okay, beautiful. Very nice. From here, let's just go into Virasana. So, knees are apart as much as you like. They can be together, but they can be apart. Your heels should be touching the hips, and then just push down the outer sides of your feet and lower your right elbow, your left elbow, and eventually lower down on the ground. Eventually, you can learn to bring your knees together. If you are stiff right now, I would suggest you leave your knees open and just let your hips relax a little bit. Different variations. Beginner variation would be to push down the shoulders. You can also try and lengthen the spine and lengthen arms as well. And you have an increased stretch on your thighs. All right? Or we do Paryankasana. Bring your hands next to your ears and touch your top of the head on the floor. In this way, you can bring your knees together, and then you're going to grab your elbow and pull the elbows to the floor. Keep lifting the chest while you do this, and then let's grab the other elbow. And just one more time, lift the chest. Change. Push your hands onto your feet. Slowly come back up. Very nice. Okay, beautiful. Now we're going to bring your hands next or behind your feet. And just straighten one leg, straighten the other leg. Bring your fingers towards your butt. Push against the floor, lift up into Poorvottanasana. This is too hard for you. You can always do tabletop. Hips up, okay? Otherwise, straight legs, feet together. Try and get the soles to the ground. Lift the chest. And now, because it's so much fun, lift the right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lower down. Good. Okay. Stretch your chest and come forward. Keep lifting your chest and try and stretch your spine long. If that's here, that's fine. Just pushing the legs down. And keep breathing. Elbows out and forward. Lengthen the neck. Feet and legs together. There's so many things you have to do here. Change. Okay, let's just do Barawadjasana because the other one is more advanced. I think it's too much for now. So just bring your foot either underneath your shin or on top of your thigh. The right foot is close to the hip like we just did before. I'm going to turn so it's easier to see. Right hand, palm down underneath your knee. Left shoulder turns back. Breathe and grabs maybe the foot. If that's not happening, just push against the floor to lift the chest. All right? Good. Keep breathing. Lift your chest. Exhale, twist. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, twist. Chest up and twist. Other side. Really quick. We're nearly there. You are amazing. Fold the left leg and just bring the right foot on top. So, like I said, right hip is tight today. Bring your left hand
underneath your knee. So it would be good to have the palm down and the back of the hand underneath the knee. If that's not happening, do it whatever way you can. Right, I'm stretching up and around. Maybe you can grab that foot. Stretch your chest. Exhale. If not, push against the floor, right? Lift the chest. Exhale, twist. Lift the chest. Exhale, twist. Change. Good. All right. Let's do one quick headstand and shoulder stand. We had it already in the practice if you did it, but just in case, grab your elbows. If you want to know how to do headstand, check out the tutorial. I'm not going to explain everything in detail now. Bring your head down, bring your feet close. Just make sure you know what you're doing. If you don't know what to do, just lift one leg, okay? Push your elbows down, breathe, stay straight. And try and relax your mind, your shoulders away from your ears. Another great way to relax the lower spine, or generally the back, is to do inversions. Because then everything that usually is pushing down is not pushing down anymore. I mean, hanging would be even more so, stretching your spine, but this is already decompressing a lot. At least in the lower spine, you have to imagine there's a lot of weight. Your head is like 5 to 7 kilos with your arms and thorax. It's quite a weight to carry all the time in the lower spine, you know. And then if we are not engaging our core and we sit a lot, or we have mental stress, you know, there's just too many reasons for back pain. Lower down your feet. Good. Relax for a second. And let's move on to the back for shoulder stand. I'll just turn this way. And bring your legs over your head. Very nice. You can stretch your arms straight in the back or bring your hands in the back. Lift your legs up. Try to get both legs together, please. If you need it, if you feel like you're stiff, just bring your hands in the back. Straight legs, tight butt, knees together. That doesn't mean they will touch. It just means that's the action. Breathe. Relax your mind. Relax your neck. Relax your breath. Slowly lower down your feet. Push your heels away. Wiggle your shoulders back a little bit closer together. Walk your feet one more time to the left. Parsva Halasana. So you're trying to pull the left hip back. And then walk your feet to the right. Pulling the right hip back. Change. Slowly, ever so lightly, bring one vertebra at a time back to the ground. So good for you. One more time, arms to the side. Bring your right leg over your left. Eagle legs if you can, otherwise just knees together. Both to the left side. Just relax the lower spine for a moment. You can pull a little bit on the hip and pull your right arm to the other side. Opposite. And then bring your legs back. Left over right or both knees together to the right. Stretch the knees down. Pull on your hip if you like. Stretch your left arm more away from the hip. Left shoulder down. And change. Slowly go back. Straighten the legs. Lower down. and just relax for just a moment. Trying not to do anything. Release your thoughts. Release your tension. Sometimes it can help to visualize stuff if you are in pain. Just visualize, for example, a big flood going through your body all the way down wherever the pain is, and just flushing it away and pulling it back with the tide, and flushing it again and pulling it away until there's nothing left. Pain usually is a signal. It is something we cannot try to ignore, because then it will just get louder. It is nothing we can overdo, because then it will just get dramatic. But it is something we have to embrace. We have to acknowledge the signal, the message of pain, and try and understand, what can I do to make this better just now, just every moment. And eventually this will lead to less pain in your life. It's very rarely something we can do just now to change chronic pain altogether. But a lot of little things that will change your habits, that will change your pain habit, eventually change the life. Thank you so much. I hope you feel a little bit more loose for the rest of the day. I wish you all the best. Thank you. Have a loose and nice day.